Hey everyone, and thanks for stopping by my channel. It's Vic here. Today we're diving into what might just be the future, or at least Tokyo's quirky version of it. I'm taking you to Pepper Parlor, a robot cafe just a short walk from Shibuya's iconic Scramble Crossing. Now, before you picture some dystopian high-tech sci-fi scene, let me just say, it's not exactly that, but it's definitely an experience you can't find anywhere else. So what's it like to have robots serve your food, entertain you, and, dare I say, outshine some humans in charm? Let's find out. Located inside the sleek Tokyu Plaza Shibuya, Pepper Parlor is not your typical cafe experience. Walking in feels like stepping into a quirky little bubble of Japan's obsession with robotics. At the entrance, you're greeted by a team of friendly Pepper robots. They looked kind of adorable at the reception, turning to welcome you in Japanese. It felt surreal, but instantly set the tone for what was to come. After a quick table check with a human staff member, yes, humans still have jobs here, I was guided to my table by another robot host. This little guy, or a robotic tray I must say, was multitasking like a pro, carrying my menu papers while navigating the room with an elegance. My table turned out to be a comfy rounded booth, and guess who was already waiting? Yep, Pepper Robot, right at my table. I quickly realized that Pepper was more than just a cute prop. It was my personal assistant, my entertainer, my robot buddy for the duration of my visit. As I settled into my booth, I started looking around. The cafe was bustling with activity. Apart from Pepper robots at the tables, robotic waiters were zipping between tables, serving food and guiding customers. I gotta say, it's weirdly fun, but makes you wonder, are we really ready for a future like this? Ordering here was entirely digital. You scan a QR code and voila, you get the menu on your phone in both English and Japanese. But if you can't decide, the AI-powered touchpad on Pepper Robot's chest can even analyze your face and recommend ramen based on your looks. Whether it was actually reading my mood or just making wild guesses, it was definitely a quirky, only in Japan kind of experience. After all, I went with an iced green tea, rosemary baked potatoes, and a strawberry parfait. While waiting for my food, I had to see what Pepper could do, right? Its touchpad was packed with features. You could check the weather, browse the internet, take selfies, or even select songs for Pepper to perform. Navigating the touchpad was a bit tricky at first. It was entirely in Japanese, but I decided to wing it. After snapping some selfies, I watched Pepper to perform a surprisingly dramatic flamenco dance. I mean, who knew a robot could move with so much flair? Then came a Japanese robot rap that had me laughing at how odd it was. Next was an uplifting get-together song full of robot enthusiasm and a very cute piece about a black cat. Watching Pepper perform such a variety of acts was quite entertaining. Part of me couldn't believe how expressive this little robot could be. When my food arrived, I was ready for it to be a bit underwhelming, to be honest. I mean, after all, it's a robot cafe, but I was pleasantly surprised. It was flavorful, well presented, and way better than I expected from what seems like a novelty cafe. So, if you're here for the robots, great, but if you're worried the food might ruin the experience, don't be. Watching Pepper perform while enjoying my parfait was such a surreal experience. It was bizarre, hilarious, and honestly a little endearing. Moments like this are why I love Japan. It makes the mundane feel extraordinary. Interacting with Pepper is entirely optional, of course, so after a while, I took a break from all the robot action. To my surprise, I discovered I could access YouTube on Pepper's touchpad, so I played one of my own walking videos in Akihabara to set a relaxing vibe. It was such a surreal moment, sitting there with a robot by my side, sipping green iced tea, and watching Tokyo scenes on a screen. It felt like I'd accidentally wandered into a Black Mirror episode. Before leaving, I popped over to the souvenir shop. They had a sleek collection of Pepper-themed merch, minimal black and white designs. From mugs to t-shirts, it was perfect for fans or anyone wanting a unique reminder of their time here. So, is Pepper Parlor worth a visit? Sure, it's a bit gimmicky, but it's also charming in its own way. It's the kind of place you visit for the experience, not just the food. It's not just a cafe, it's a glimpse into how robotics might integrate into our daily lives. Would I recommend going out of your way to visit? Probably not, but if you find yourself in Shibuya on a cold, rainy day, or you're just looking for a quirky spot to relax, Pepper Parlor is definitely worth checking out. Thanks for joining me on this futuristic little adventure. Let me know in the comments, would you let a robot serve you food and be your dining buddy? Or do you think this is just a novelty that'll fade away? See you next time.